What is up, family? If you made it to my video, I am extremely blessed. Let's start off this video by appreciating this beautiful sunset right on the water. I'm in nature, the birds are chirping. I just got out the gym. I got a decaffeinated iced coffee, and I'm just feeling so fucking blessed right now, and I had to put that out there. But let's get right into the video. I want to make this video for all the bros, all the men, all the homies, all the fellas that are improving their life and really, really trying hard day in and day out to become a better man. It's not easy to do. This video is going to be about semen retention and some of my experiences thus far, and also my setbacks along the journey. But before I start, I wanted y'all to see, man, I have a certain glow about me that I'm emitting, and I feel it and I see it in my eyes, in my skin, in my smile, the way I'm speaking, the way I'm carrying myself. A lot of this has to do with committing to the retention and the abstinence from sex. Now, I just want to start off by saying that the Lord's Prayer says it directly. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. I want to tell y'all something, man. There is a spiritual war that has been existing here towards men for so fucking long. And what I see is that men are waking up to this spiritual warfare that has to do with lust, that has to do with sex, that has to do with fornication, that has to do with casual hookups and casual dating. All these things leave men broken, scarred, low, dull, stuck, off from purpose, and so much more. But just remember that we're always going to be tempted. So along the semen retention journey, it's going to look different for everybody. And what I realize is we all break and fold at some point. Maybe some of us had tried to commit for periods of time. Maybe some went only days. Maybe some only lasted one day. Maybe some lasted 6 months. I want y'all to remember that it's okay if you fall in the crack and you slip up. And I want you to be able to forgive yourself and get right back on course, okay? Because you do see the benefits. Now, for me, I've only been on like day 10. But I want to share with y'all that may not seem like such a long time. But it really is when you realize that you've tried to commit and dedicate yourself to this for so long, like years. You told yourself you were going to stop. You told yourself you weren't going to watch that corn. You told yourself that you weren't going to hook up no more. You told yourself that you weren't going to hit up no females, and you slipped through and you fell in the cracks again. You feel me? For whatever reason it is for you. This is not to like get on anybody's case, but it's just a reality that we're always going to be tempted as men. And for me, being on 10 days is feeling like I have this control over my life. And I've already been tested a couple of times, you feel me? But this time around just feels different. I truthfully feel that God is protecting me and giving me the power to endure, the obstacles, the temptations, the spiritual side of this, where it feels like demons and spirits come to try to take you and lead you into that temptation. And even when you're out here and, females are looking at you, or some females hit you up out of the blue, that's all signs that you're being tested. So let me tell you a couple of things that I learned and what I feel. On only 10 days, I think the longest I've ever lasted doing this intentionally. I've been trying to do this for the last year or two. And before that, I just never even knew how important this was. And I didn't even really care at all to do any of that. And I realized because I was diluted, I was poisoned, But for me personally, I feel so much more confidence in my overall being and just me as a man. And I'm just feeling so fucking confident. Real talk. I'm feeling so confident. And that's showing me that the shame and the guilt is kind of just exiting my aura and my subconscious and my true feelings about myself. Because here's the thing, when you masturbate and you watch that corn, which is a big problem for a lot of men, when you're doing that so long over the period of your life, most of us started doing that as very young boys. You feel me? I think the first time I watched porn, I was like 10. That's not fucking healthy at all. And you do it throughout the course of your life. Like, there's grown men right now, they got wives, kids, they're jerking off, you know, and it's not healthy, man. It's killing them. So for me, I realized that anytime I watched that corn, I felt like ashamed. And men walk around with that shame, bro, every day. This is a huge problem. Men are walking around with that energy. You know, when you're done, you slam the laptop and you don't even want to look at it because you're fucking disgusted. Now, for men that don't know about retention or how important refraining from sex is and controlling your sexual urges, some men will hear this and be like, "Ah, he's bugging. It's okay to have sex. It's all right to do this. You're a man. You're a man." Nah, bro. No, that's not that's not what God intends for us to do. That's first off. And honestly, that shit mirrors your life. When you look at how much sex you've had in your life and how much porn you've watched, you can look and mirror. If you have the ability and the courage to look within yourself, you can realize how much that shit has fucked your life up. Real talk. So it's the confidence. And I always hear this, which is important, but it's always about the woman. And I get that, because I'm going to get into that in a minute. But I don't want to make this post just about women, because it's not just about the woman. That's, again, an external thing. And I understand it's a mirror of what's happening with us men. But there's so much more happening within our relationship with God, our true innate feelings coming about, you know, our missions, our purposes, us waking up feeling strong and confident and focused. Yo, I feel like I have direction. Like, I feel like I could walk through a fucking room and truthfully not care about anyone or anything in the most humblest way, because I'm good 10 toes. All right? So there is this glow about us men where we are in retention, that life force is moving through us. We are exerting and putting it out back into the world. You feel me? So our glow is our walk. Our glow is our eyes becoming more clearer, like they're white and glowy. You feel me? And the eye contact is very strong. Our skin, for me, I'm starting to see my skin is becoming less oily. And I also feel like I'm taking care of myself more, you know, in my own ways, in self-care. And what else? Obviously, people see the glow. People can sense your aura and your demeanor. But if we get into the talk with the woman, what I realized is I don't give a fuck. And even though I feel like I've already been challenged in temptation already a couple of times, my ability and my willpower and my connection to the divine is guiding me to remember that these are just going to be instances throughout the day and moment. It kind of feels like you're on drugs, or you're drinking too much caffeine and you stop drinking caffeine all of a sudden. The first day or two, you may be okay, but like the third, fourth, fifth day, you're going to have withdrawals. It's the same thing with releasing and having sex. You know, sex is an addiction, y'all. So I realized women are looking at me hella different. And I'm 6'2", I got tattoos, you know, I carry myself a certain way. So I already stand out in a lot of ways, but this is different. This is so fucking different. Women are just staring at me, and I catch them of all ages. And they're giving me this look, and it's like they want my attention, or they want me to approach them, or they're just putting themselves more into my frame. I had like 3 women over the last 2-3 days smile at me. And I'm not saying that never happened, but like, it's different. It's different. You are different. This is a very spiritual thing happening, okay? This is why you glow. This is why people can sense that in a room filled with other men, you are like this unicorn. You are. You are a fucking unicorn. You know how many men in the gym right now, they're masturbating, they're having sex 4, 5, 6 times a week? You're different. There's something happening to you spiritually. That life force, that confidence, that aura, that swag. You being so focused because you know what you're going through. And you know you're protected. And I need y'all to understand that you're protected in this journey by God. God got your back. Because this is a fucking war, bro. That's why porn is free. That's why that corn is free. You know, that's why women wanna take from you. They want your life force, okay? I've had that happen to me like my whole life just because of the man I am, just because of how official I am. Women want that life force. And I didn't realize that there's spirits and demons lurking within them because that life force can create a baby. So just imagine how essential that is and critical it is for a man to not just be releasing that off of that corn over a night and you're doing it every day, or even over these women, bro. Over all these women for what? Sex? Let me tell y'all, man, red pill content got people fucked up, and I got fucked up along that journey. And I would stay away from that shit, man. You don't need to be doing none of that shit. And I understand that for some people in their life, they need that. They need some guidance on how to court, front end game, how to talk to women. But yo, sleeping around, man, as a man, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm 31. I've been through this shit for a very long time, and it makes so much sense on why I've been lost, I've been confused, my energy, like all these things, my thoughts. Yo, it's just crazy how all this shit comes to light. And this time around is different for me. I know what my purpose is right now, and I have to commit to that. You know, this retention is just life changing. Like, I haven't even made a month yet, and I've been watching a lot of videos of other men going through this, and they're on day 30, 60, 90, 120. Yo, the way they're talking, no script, they're just airing out everything. You can tell that these men are just becoming so much more purposeful and fulfilled. And that shit moves me, bro. That moves me, because I never had nobody teach me this. So I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all, and I'll update this channel at some time. But man, I'm going to commit to this no matter how hard it's going to be, because I'm only on like day 10, man. I want to get to day 30. I want to get to day 60. I already see what's happening, you feel me? Like, the world is responding to me because I'm going through this. And I realize it's because every man has to go through this chapter in his life where he meets the maker. You know, he has this relationship with God, and God is calling on him to be a better man. But you don't realize that being a better man has to do with knowing your true value. And you don't know what your true value is as a man when you're constantly watching that corn and you're constantly having sex with women. Bro, I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick. A couple years back, I had a homie back in New York, and we were talking about leveling up and growing. And I was asking him how many women is he seeing. He told me that in one day he had sex with 3 women. Do you really want to know? That's not cool, bro. That's not official. That's not high status. That's not high value the way all these channels of alpha, masculinity, status, value. It's not, bro. It's dilution. That takes you away from God and purpose, bro. Real talk. And I heard that, and I asked him because I knew the answer. I said, brother, how do you feel after that? Do you know what he said? I feel drained. I don't feel good. And even then, I really wasn't on game the way I was now. But now looking in, it makes sense. He gave 3 women his life force. He felt ashamed. He felt guilty. He felt drained. And men are going through this all day. Like, there are men that got 4, 5, 6 different girls and think that's cool. It's not cool, bro. It's not cool. This is just how I feel. So I had to go through it, bro, because I've had that. I've had 3, 4, 5 girls, bro, at one time. It's just, you know what's going on, man, when you wake up to all this, and it's your duty to become a better man. You got to clean up your life, man. And you can't be out here in the world trying to be your best version while you're watching porn throughout the week, yo. Even if you do it once a week, it's a bad addiction. You can't be your best version when you're looking for women and chasing them, trying to have sex. I've done that. Casual sex, hookups, like, it's all good, bro. I'm on my thing. I'm doing my thing. I can just get 1 or 2 girls. It's not cool. It takes away from you as a man, bro. It takes away from you as a man, brother. The way I'm talking right now, the way I'm feeling, yo, I want this times 1,000 and I'm going to get it because I understand the power of this. I already understand the power of it because I've been studying it. There's been a couple of dudes that I have learned so much from, and truthfully, y'all, I was asking myself, why don't I have the strength and the courage to do this? And when you ask those questions and look at your behaviors, you will see exactly what's going on. So imagine once you start to do this as a man, imagine how powerful you will become. You will start having a lot more women come into your life, toxic and untoxic. You will start to be able to choose the women that are right for you because you possess this power. You are no longer operating out of desperation. You are no longer operating out of the lower chakras, the lower centers. Okay, as they say, you think with your what? You know, you thinking with that, lower vibrational field. And so you act on that. And that's a problem. That's an issue. And I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, and I realize right now is the time, man. There are so many men waking up and committing to just improvement, God, the gym, being a better man. And I want to be a part of that. You feel me? Like, I've went through so much shit, and I'll open up more on my channel. Like, I've been through very dark times, and I've always, as a boy, knew that there was more to life. I've always been connected to divinity, and I've always knew that there was something in me. But really, the sex, the release, the addiction to all that, to that corn for so long, and then you just kind of realize, like, that's been really the main issue the whole time. And the fact that you can actually accept that, embrace that, and commit to that change, it just shows so much about you as a man. You feel me? And what being a real healthy man looks like, feels like, looks like. Because I'm telling y'all, man, looks are deceiving. I'm telling y'all right now. So anyway, I'm definitely missing a lot of things, but I just wanted to share where I'm at, how I feel about all this. And just to end off with this, there's no research and science that proves any of this because it's not a scientific thing. It's a very spiritual thing. It's a very energetic thing, and it's life force. So when you even look at this stuff online and you Google it and you see, oh, well, scientists, this don't really have proof of evidence. What, bro? When you just listen to millions of men speak about this, this is all the proof you need. Bro, I'm fucking starting to glow. I'm starting to glow, and I'm going to keep glowing, and I'm going to keep bettering my life, and I'm going to and that's another thing. I'm out here speaking with more men. I'm approaching more men. I'm having conversations. My relationships with my brothers right now, like, are on fire. And I realize, like, you can't be none of that when you're a shameful fucking guy, when you walk around with shame and guilt because you're doing this shit constantly. And it doesn't make you any better. It takes away from you. You know what I mean? So really, if you are not in a relationship long term with a good woman, bro, stop having sex for some time, stop masturbating, and go through this work with all the other men that are trying their best to stay on that course, because it is not easy. I could be tempted this next week. That would make like 11, 12, 13, 15, 20 days. Bro, something can happen on the 20th day that, like, I can't even go forward no more, because that's how hard and challenging this stuff can be. But it's so fucking worth it. All the times I folded, it was either a woman coming into my life, my own, again, addictions, going on online dating, looking for that shit. Like, for real, I'm looking for it. And because I realized that it's shit lurking in with me. It's the spirits, it's the temptation, it's the sin, and the devil operates in that. So the devil and the demons will find its way to you and will present opportunities, or even shift your mindset to want to be lustful and participate in that, so that, you can exercise the so-called right to lust, but it's not an exercise. It's something that actually kills us within. So anyway, one love. If you made it through this video and anybody's watching, or you got anything to say, man, drop some comments. But I appreciate y'all, man. One love.